It's a normal llama. So I had a couple messages saying that, there's no way to control yourself when people are yelling at you. There is. It's hard. It takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of inner work, especially if you came from a family that's just yells by nature. I think it's our default for a lot of humans is to yell. We get loud when somebody doesn't understand us or if we feel misunderstood. I think a lot of humans default to that. They feel like the louder they get, the more they're heard. I mean, think about kids. If they want your attention, they get loud, right? So I don't think it starts as like a malicious, I'm going to yell at you. It's just you're so frustrated it happens. And I have been working really hard on a lot of things. But one thing is, as long as I journal and meditate every day, and some people pray, some people meditate, whatever works for you, focus on that. But for me, I need to quiet my mind. I think I've said this a lot of times. I have to quiet my mind. And by doing that, by practicing that when I'm calm, when there's an urgent situation or somebody else gets, like my kids start melting down, I can take a deep breath and my brain goes right back to that memory of focusing on my breath so that I don't melt down. Because what I have learned is if I stay calm in the middle of their chaos, I can help their chaos calm down. But if I allow their chaos to make me chaotic, meaning I melt down with their meltdown, then everybody loses. Perfect example today. Anytime my children melt down, I hold them through the meltdown. And I really do try to help them understand what was going on, whatever. Well, my youngest beat my oldest to the bus because I held my oldest back, and it really upset him. Like, it hurt him to his core. I'm not going to school. You are. But I couldn't take the time to talk to him positively, respectfully, like I normally would do, because they deserve our respect just as much as my husband or my friend or my mom or dad deserves my respect. He deserves to be heard. And I came from not feeling heard a lot. So I really feel like it's important for him to feel heard. But I couldn't have time for that today. I put him on the bus by carrying him to the bus. And then I cried because that's not the way either one of us wanted to start our day. But he couldn't cry. He had to go to school. He had a rough day. Pretty freaking rough day. Made some bad choices. Couldn't keep his hands to himself, which is perfectly him, but normally he can take a deep breath and he really tries to center himself. Today he didn't. He didn't use any of the tools that I've taught him, that worked for me, that I've tried to teach him. That's what happens when you have a mom who has ADHD. She has some little tricks and tips to help you manage your ADHD. We didn't get to do anything. School was bad today. So he got home and I'd already talked to his teacher. He had a rough day. She called to let me know. And I said, hey, buddy, I heard you had a rough day. After I gave him a big hug and told him how much I loved him. I was like, hey, I love you. I'm so glad you're home. And then I was like, hey, I heard you had a rough day. You want to talk about it? No. Who told you I had a rough day? Well, I got a call from your teacher. And he you could see him trying to shut. I'm like, you're not in trouble. And he looked at me. I'm like, you're not in trouble, but we do need to talk. I was like, just so you know, this is what I know, and I let him know what I knew, what had happened. I don't make them guess. I don't do that. Do you want to tell me what happened? Don't stress them out. Just tell them. So, so that's, we were able to talk. And then the poor kid, I asked him to do something, and he didn't want to do it. Take a shower. Melted down, which was exactly what we needed to happen. When your kid melts down, that's a connection. They're asking for connection. You have a choice. You can yell at them. You can send them to their room to be by themselves while they're really dealing with something. Or you can choose to hold them while they cry and be there for them. You don't have to say anything. Just be there. So I held him and told him I loved him and just kept doing that. I love you, dude. I'm sorry you had a rough day. I'm here. I love you. And then I was quiet. I was just quiet. And he was able to talk to me, tell me a little bit what happened. And then he was ready to go finish what he was doing for the night. We all have bad days. We all have bad days. We all have bad moments. His bad moment today turned into a bad day. But we made sure that tonight's not going to be a bad night. I took that bad moment this morning and took a moment for myself and didn't let it ruin my day. He's still learning. He's 6. There's a lot of adults out there, and maybe this is you, who are thinking, oh, I would have let it ruin my whole day too. I would have been pissed all day. I'd still be pissed at you. Take a moment. Breathe. Why are you? Why would you be mad at me? Think about the reasoning behind the anger. Work through that. Journal. Journaling is an amazing tool. I don't go back and read my journal. I just write. I just let my brain do whatever. Today I had a prompt. It was think about the worst time, one of the hardest times in your life. And I started writing about something that I thought, my conscious thought was the worst time in my life or the hardest time in my life that I overcame. But my unconscious, as I was writing, had a whole nother idea that I didn't even know about. It was pretty humbling and pretty cool because I got it out and it's gone. Now, my kid and I will probably do a little journaling tonight with him. I'll have him write a little bit about his day and get some feelings out. And it'll help with him writing. He doesn't know it, but it will. But my point of this whole long ramble is don't let bad moments ruin your entire day, your entire week, your entire month, your entire year, and especially not your life. It doesn't matter how angry or mad or sad you are right now. You can always turn it around. And it's not going to be easy. Not going to lie. It's not going to be easy. But it's worth it. It's worth to look at life with the glass half full. It's worth taking a moment to take a breath and not crush the spirit of a kid who was already crushed. I still was able to teach him without punishing him. And that lesson right there will go much longer and stay with him versus had I reacted instead of responding. Reactions are that quick, you react, you don't think about it. You don't want that. You want to respond properly with thought. Just like gift giving. You don't want to give a gift just to give a gift. Give a gift because you put thought behind it. It means more. Okay, I hope you got something out of this. Y'all have a great day. Signing off.